I'll be reading the short story, The Anti-Villain. This is a trippy superhero story. We won't give many details because you guys know the hero and bad guy looks the same no matter the era. The good guy has good symmetry, square jawline, deep set eyes, and the rest. And the bad guy is crooked. He has a hooked, phallic nose, icy grin, and bug eyes, with minor hip uh, modifications according to the trend, even if it's revolutionary, even if bad is the new good or whatever, but still, that's the undercurrent. So one is darker and the other is light, short and tall. The usual suspects, literally. The hero is a genius, and the bad guy is conniving, clever. We never question why we need to profile such traits, as if we're willingly revising a redundant, outmoded narrative. Their powers, weapons, and tech always look the same too. Only our present technology made them more powerful and efficient than ray guns and supercraft, UFOs, and all that. What's the difference between the mythical Star Wars technology and our present technology, which has its roots in the Star Wars military program of the 1980s, which has deeper roots to something else? Nothing can fuck with nukes, drones, lasers, or chemical warfare. What's more far out than a stealth fighter? However, the villain wants out already. He's tired of hiding, lying, killing, sneaking around, and all that. He's even willing to confess his crimes in due time. He realized power and respect weren't worth more conflicts. Worse than having a debt on your credit card. The common denominator between struggles. Unfortunately, the hero got wind of his nemesis' plan to confess his crimes. Did the hero feel slighted that he was prevented from catching him? Was he denied another virtuous headline? Or did his confession threaten to reveal bigger implications? The hero's own role. The villain and his hordes allowed straight society to thrive after all. How many jobs were gained from all those innovations in super science and militech or surveillance, super science, surveillance? The villain sure stimulated their top minds, despite them deeming him backwards, so his backwardness caused him to advance. The hero and his insiders would be forced to admit how they allowed the villain to run free for a while, even giving him access to the hero's own government, to the technology of the hero's own government, and access to its brightest, most deranged minds. And there's a K, MK, so what does that hint at? And it doesn't matter which deranged bright minds, whether domestic or in the hands of a convenient foreign enemy. I'm the cis. When I'm saying in the hands of a convenient enemy, I mean like the innovations, the weapons, and all that. So the hero wasn't allowed to turn himself in. He was constantly set up by even his own double-agent henchmen, giving him novel motives to commit terrorism and stage another heist in correspondence to the acts of horrorism committed by the designated good side. But the villain wanted out so bad that he blew himself up in some abandoned shack in an industrial town left abandoned by the very venture capitalists that funded the trillionaire hero. No one else was there. Everyone celebrated because they knew that there be no more crime and corruption. But the hero mourned his loss than any of the innocent lives he took, and that the hero also took by association, i.e., sacrifice, just war and all that. The economy, enemy economy, the economy so dependent upon the arms industry, surveillance, policing, and prisons suffered greatly. Social activists took advantage and offered to rehabilitate some of the villain's underlings and even the underclass they came from and which the elitists controlled, who were left without a job. This collapsing economy gave more opportunities to grassroots visionaries. The frugal social welfare state of mind had been truly awakened from the one of warfare to welfare, though they staged war on welfare. The hero tried to set up some of these activists as new criminal masterminds. That's how desperate he was. But their long-winded social manifestos about inequities and all that weren't written or lectured in vain after all, because they prepared them to strategize. They anticipated many of the insiders' moves. The superhero's time had ended, and he realized how much he really loved the villain. It was so much simpler before. He missed him too much and ended his own life as well.